Hello, and welcome back to the podcast where you are invited for lighthearted conversations about things that matter as you seek to live your most meaningful, beautiful, and joyful life. I'm your host, Dr. Edie Wadsworth, and I hope you enjoy your stay here at the House of Joy. Well, hey, dear ones, welcome back to the podcast. This is episode 222 of House of Joy, and we are talking about simplifying your life by simplifying your calendar. Listen, inside of Life Mentoring School this month, we are talking all about simplifying your life, simplifying your home, literally creating a life and home that you love. And I want to give you a little snippet of what I will be teaching inside my program this month. We're going to go over 7 ways to simplify your life. I'm going to talk about one of those ways today, which is to simplify your calendar. I want you to ask yourself this question: am I proud the way I spend my time? Does my calendar reflect what is really important to me? And if you get a twinge of like, oh, don't step on my toes, oh, that feels kind of bad, then I want you to tune in today because I have some good news for you. This is an area of my life that has taken me a long time to figure out because I have been such a people pleaser and I have so often wanted to say yes to everything and everyone. And it often left me with a jam-packed calendar and a jam-packed life where at the end of the day, I wasn't loving the way I was spending my time. So many things that were really important to me, I was never getting to. So raise your hand if you can identify with that. And I just had this sense of like, oh, I'm not really getting to the things that are really important. So ask yourself a few questions, and then we're going to talk about some simple ways that you can simplify your life by simplifying your calendar. I also want you to know, you guys, I want to extend an invitation to you for an amazing workshop that I have coming up called Design Your Life, Live Your Purpose. If what we're talking about today inspires you, you do not want to miss this workshop because the thing that is so important about this topic is that life is short and we spend so much of it not doing things that are important to us, not honoring our priorities. And I believe that so many of us have this very deep sense that we want to start living with more purpose, with more meaning, with more intention. We want to spend our time more intentionally, with more energy, with more joy. And this workshop is going to be all about that. It's a jam-packed, high-energy workshop that will give you powerful tools to really figure out what sets your soul on fire and then how to live your life according to that. You are literally in your prime, no matter what season you're in. I think we often tell ourselves when we're kind of in this season, many of you that follow me are similar to me in a midlife season, and you tell yourself your best days are behind you. But I promise you, you're living in your prime, and it's time for you to start living like it, feeling like it. This workshop is at the end of September, but while supplies last, when you join the workshop and you upgrade to the All Access Pass, you get our incredible 90-day dream journal. You guys, I have spent the last 10 years creating the perfect planner, and we go in 90-day cycles. It has a daily planner at the beginning with lots of tools to help you set intentions that really matter to you. It has a whole section of journaling with incredible journal prompts. This planner has literally changed my life. I've created so many amazing things over the last, 6 years using these principles, and you want to get your hands on this. I normally don't sell this planner outside of Life Mentoring School. When you join this workshop, you basically get either the planner or the workshop for free. So you pay $27 to upgrade to the workshop. It's a 3-day workshop. Then all you have to do is pay shipping to get the planner shipped to you. So this is such an incredible opportunity. I want to teach you how to literally say yes to what really matters to you. I want to teach you how to have energy to burn. I want to teach you how to say yes to your husband, yes to your grandbabies, yes to early morning hikes, yes to the new hobby, yes to continuing to grow and learn and become your favorite version of yourself. And I think so often in our lives, we have told ourselves no. We have told ourselves, I'm too old. It's too late. I'm not enough. I don't have what it takes. Whatever the lie is that you've been believing, this workshop will shift it for you. I want you to really learn how to live at your most resilient. I want you to really figure out what matters to you most and start living from those principles. So join us in the workshop. You go to ediewadsworthcoaching.com/purpose. Okay, now back to creating a calendar that really gives you the life you want. So you ask yourself, what do I keep putting on the back burner that is important to me? Where do I need to start saying no so that I can actually live a life that I love? I'm going to give you a couple of examples. I can remember a time in my life when I kept my schedule full to the brim. People say to me all the time, y'all, they say it to me all the time. I know you're so busy. I saw somebody this morning when I was out running errands, and she said, "Oh my gosh, I just want to talk to you for just a second, but I know you're so busy." I'm like, "Sister, I am fine. Let's have a chat." I think people think that because I get a lot done, and I do get a lot done. But I will tell you that I have learned how to ferociously protect my schedule and my time. I used to run around a lot during the day. Like I'd go here, I'd run errands here, I would do this. I would spend like so much time just out gallivanting around. That's a word my mom would say. But I wouldn't get to the end of the day and feel like I had gotten so much done. So I started, first of all, I don't even run a lot of errands anymore, but I started staying home more and really getting things done. And there are so many things that I love about this, y'all. First of all, when I do say yes, I so enjoy it because I'm not doing it all the time. So you'll rarely see me like out at lunch somewhere in the middle of the day. I'm probably at home having lunch with Stevie or chatting with Stevie while he's home for lunch, getting ready for a coaching call or whatever, having my little weird lunches that I have here at home of like a beef patty. Today, I actually had a rotisserie chicken salad, which was so delightful. But I stay home so much more. Now, doing that allows for lots of different things. Ironically, I didn't realize this when I was doing it, but it allows for this connection point for Stevie and I in the middle of the day, which I love. Sometimes those just daytime chats and daytime him being home in the day, it's just so fun. It feels so luxurious. And I love that. Then when I do go on a lunch outing, which is not very often, but when I do say yes to something like that or have somewhere to go, then it feels so special and it feels like, oh, this is such a treat. Whereas when I was doing it all the time, it didn't really feel like a treat. It's like I was just out running errands, stop, grab lunch or whatever. So that has really helped. The other thing that has helped are the weekends. So I used to, again, find every reason to just run around all on the weekends. And I don't do that anymore. I love weekends at home. Now, listen, I say that in between. We just had an engagement party for Emmy weekend before last. I'm getting ready to host an amazing retreat for my team this coming weekend. So I say that in between two kind of busy weekends. But I will tell you that Stevie and I spend so many weekends with just us and Tom here, kind of a low key rest, recover, be creative, do home chores, do some sourdough, like all of those things to the point where I literally probably get done more than I ever have in my life. And I feel less busy than I ever have in my life. I have so much time, really, like so much downtime. I have time to sit on my porch. I'm getting ready to do a coaching call with my coach. That feels luxurious to take 45 minutes out of the day to clean out my brain and talk to someone who, cares about me and is holding space for me. And those kind of things I just never really made time for. I often told myself I didn't have time. Um, Time to read. I was talking to my business coach yesterday and I was telling her how I watched all of these teachings that she did and I watched them 2 or 3 times and she goes, "Oh my gosh, you run these incredible businesses. Like how do you have time to do that?" I'm like, I don't even struggle to have time to do that. I just have created a life where that is just part of it. Growing, learning, reading, walking, working out, making good food, rock hikes with Tom, like all of the things that I really want to do and make time for, I have time for. And I think what I want to share with you is that I'm convinced that you do too. And it's just a matter of figuring out what are the things that are right now kind of taking your time away that you get to the end of the day and you're like, gosh, I got to the end of the day and I didn't feel like I did anything that really mattered to me. I didn't feel like I did anything that recharged me. I didn't feel like I did anything that helped me connect with people in my life. I think one of and so we can do that with time, and we often do that with time. I think a lot of times, you guys, I hate to say this, I might step on some more toes. I think we do this with people. I think we have a lot of superficial relationships that often prevent us from pouring into the relationships that really matter to us. So I have a lot less daily contact with a lot of extra people, if that makes sense. Like, I spend a lot of time pouring into the people who matter most to me, the people who, my own kids, my grandbabies. Like, you guys, I spend all of Fridays with my grandbabies, and it is so life giving to me. It is so life giving to me that I could spend 10 or 12 hours on that Friday with them and really pour into them and really get to know them. And really, like, that time to me means so much. The quality time that I get to spend with Tom, that I get to spend with Stevie, that I spend with all my kids, that I'm what I'm saying is I used to have a lot more like sort of superficial relationships, again, where I would go out for lunch here and go here and meet here and do this. And it's not that I never do that, but when I do that, it feels extra special because I don't do it very often, but that allows me the time to sort of prioritize what I really want. And again, one of the things that has really helped me to do that is my planner. Do I have the new one? Oh, I do. If you're watching on YouTube, by the way, I'll show you the front of the new one. It's beautiful, but there's a place in this planner where you actually every day write down, like, who is my person of the week that I'm really prioritizing this week. And this week for me, it's my daughters who both have birthdays, Emmy and Katie. I love you girls. But and tonight I'm going to dinner with Katie, so making time for that. I'm getting ready to see Emmy this weekend at our team retreat. And so really asking yourself, like, am I prioritizing the things that really matter to me? And if you're not, this is such a good time to do it. You always get to reevaluate your life. Do you like the way you're spending your time? Do you like the way your calendar is going? Another thing that I did is I started doing things like sort of like blocking time. I wouldn't call it exactly time blocking, but kind of like that, where I mostly have my meetings on Monday. I do my teaching in my community on Tuesdays. I coach on Thursdays. I have my grandbabies on Friday. I kind of leave Wednesdays open for whatever might come up. But doing sort of loose time blocking for me has really helped me to get in the things that are really important to me and prioritize those, but still have plenty of time for the things that are life giving, for the things that really matter, for the things that I want to pour into. So ask yourself, do I like the way I'm spending my time? Am I proud of it? Is it giving me a life that feels peaceful and joyful and simple? And I'm telling you, simplifying my life just in these ways. And again, I'm going to teach inside my program today a bunch of other ways that I've been simplifying my life. But it has given me a life that I truly adore, that I really, really love living every day, love waking up to, because I have decided on purpose. This is how I want to spend my time. This is how I want to spend my resources. This is what I want to show up for. And I want to show up in the biggest way that I can, as my favorite version of myself. But I can't do that if I'm pulled in 9 million directions. So I hope this helps you today. I hope it inspires you to create some margin in your life for the things that you actually want to do, for the things that matter to you. To me, over the last few years, it's been really important to me to get healthy. And so I prioritize that. I spend probably an hour and a half of my day driving to the gym, doing the workout, going for a walk afterwards and before, driving back. But that time that I carve out is precious, and it has been so, so good for me. So, where do you need to do that in your own life? Give yourself permission to do it. Don't beat yourself up for ways that you feel like you haven't been doing it. All the love and grace. That's the other thing that is sort of um, a unifying theme in my life is love. So, how does my planner, my calendar, reflect the love that I have for the life I've been given, the love I have for the people in my life, the love I have for the work I do, the love I have for the God who created me? Like, how does the way I spend my time, how does my calendar reflect that? So I hope this helps you today. Love you so much. Join us in this workshop, you guys. This is going to be so good. This is at the end of September. If you don't need a planner or don't want to get the planner, you can join us for $7, you guys, for the price of a coffee. These workshops, one of a workshop just like this is what shifted my life and got me on this track of figuring out what really mattered to me and living a life that sort of aligned with that and really got me on fire for my life again. So we would love to provide that kind of inspiration and teaching for you. So join us at the end of September, ediewadsworthcoaching.com/purpose. I can't wait to see you there. Love you so much. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you next time.